Well, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of September right through the end of October 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know regarding their career or money situation at this time? Can you please show them the way? What are they meant to be aware of? The first card you have is lilies. We've also got dice. So I definitely see you following your passions at this time. The dice is in the resistance position. So I feel like you're using tried and tested methods. You know, you're creating structure in your world. You're not taking any risks at this moment in time. But you may come up with a very interesting idea where you feel is a little bit risky, but I feel it's a calculated risk that you take in your career. So this could be like a new idea that you have that you want to launch. It could be something you're strategizing. You're not sure how it's going to go, but you're having faith that it's going to work in your favor, and you got the bees. So this is a big thumbs up from the universe that it will be very rewarding. Now, whatever it is that you are working hard towards, you're going to be very busy in the next coming weeks, okay? Lots of ideas, lots of things flowing. You're going to be in a position to be very productive and be very organized, but I do feel strategy works really well for you. So having a to-do list, basically keeping on top of things. I feel, you know, there is reward here for your hard work. Bees tend to represent all that wonderful honey. Spiritually, that means that there is some sort of result for all the efforts that you've been putting in there. You have an ace of coins coming in, and this can indicate that something new is offered to you where there is new money or a new incentive in some way. And I feel this could be a small raise in your current finances, maybe even a notification that you are due a bonus. So some of you may even ask your boss if there is an opportunity to level up in the company that you work in so you can thrive and flourish and blossom in your skill set. And you may be met with the resounding word yes. However, you may need to wait for it. I feel there are some procedures that need to be dealt with first before that can open up for you, which may feel a little bit frustrating, but I feel it's something that you will have to wait for. I got to be honest with you. And if you're an entrepreneur, this could be an idea that you've been sitting on for quite some time to expand your business. I feel it'd be very lucrative. I feel right now you're checking the exchange of all the effort that you put in and what you're getting out of your current circumstances. Now we've got the 2 of Swords, we've got the Hangman, see, waiting energy right at the end there. We've got the 7 of Swords. A lot of you are thinking about becoming your own boss, being independent, or trying to find more independence in your working environment. I would say when you have the Bees card and the 7 of Swords, I would just be a little bit mindful of rushing around because you may miss something or have to return to something over the next coming weeks. When we are so busy, you know, I feel it's important to have that to-do list so that you don't forget anything, right? Sometimes I've got so much on the go that I always forget a little something and then I kick myself and think, oh, I should have written it down. So I definitely see that something for you to implement in the next coming weeks because I do see that you are going to be very, very busy. But also, which is wonderful, you've got the World card there at the end of your reading. So it tells me that you're going to reach your goals, you're going to be on target, and you are going to be very successful. There is more abundance coming in for you. Now, some of you, I'm just going to give this broad energy before I get to each individual card. Some of you, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you may be currently looking at different countries and their financial structures. You may be thinking about leaving where you are right now because you are someone who invests in economy. Whatever it is that you do, this is a really odd energy to be coming through. But if you're an entrepreneur, you know, I feel like you actually add to revenue of a country. So you're wondering where you should go for the best benefit for you and your company. Some of you are actually basically doing a little bit of research with that Page of Swords there. You're curious about what other countries have to offer to you in terms of housing your business there. So some of you are looking at financial structures in different parts of the world and thinking about migrating your business. Now, others, if you're an entrepreneur, some of you are just keeping an eye on the economy in terms of worldwide events so that you can, basically make decisions on what to do with your business. There may be some trade links delays. So if you're someone who requires certain shipping requirements there, I would say there could be some delays going on there in the next 6 weeks. Just watch out for that. I would order anything you need a little bit earlier, of course. I'm just feeling that there'll be a slight delay. So just watch out for that. Now, if you work for a company, I see some of you really trying to tie up loose ends on projects that you've had on the go, trying to make sure that you get ready to either take a vacation, okay, because we've got the World card there. And some of you are working really hard to actually be able to save, to either purchase property abroad. Maybe you want a holiday home. Maybe that's something that's on your mind right now. But with the World card there, some of you are also thinking about retirement. When do you finally decide it's time to tap into that 401k and say, I've had enough of the 9 to 5 or whatever it is that you do? I see a lot of you, you like to be on the go. So you may be thinking about becoming a consultant and winding things down right now, just so you can enjoy a little bit more time. But a lot of you, whether you're about to retire or not, I feel like you're focusing on pensions, savings plans, budgets, and basically your goals in general. So very busy month ahead. Your first card there is the lilies. This tells me that you are very established at what you do. You're very knowledgeable at what you do, and you are following with your passions this month. You're leading ahead with that passionate streak, that lust for your career. Some of you, looking at the 9 of Wands here and the 8 of Pentacles, some of you are feeling like super exhausted, that you've been doing quite a lot, but you like to be busy. So I feel to some degree you've enjoyed what you do, but at the same time, I feel that, it just feels like the same old day. And it's a repetitive cycle. So I feel like part of you is looking for a little bit more adventure or more spontaneity in your everyday working circumstances. So we've got, wisdom, maturity, experienced, long process, heritage, but we also have older person. So I'm picking up major energy of some of you. If you are at a certain age, you're thinking about retirement, but the rest of you, this is about you maturing through your current working endeavors. Now, for some of you, if you're out of work, for example, you've just come to this reading and you either lost your job, were made redundant, or, you had to leave a toxic environment. Some of you may be a little bit nervous, especially if you're like at a certain point in your career where you feel like there's no opportunity. I want you to be aware that there is something coming in quite quickly for you, actually. I see here that... Now, I got to be honest, I feel it's like a starting position energy, okay? I feel like you will staircase financially and grow in this company. However, I feel that you start at a certain level that I feel like, you deserve to be at a greater status. So if you are currently looking for a job, I feel like some of you, there's an energy here of you migrating skills into a different sector. So it feels like you're starting afresh in a different sector. However, you're not starting from scratch, really. You're starting from experience. And I feel you will grow in status and you will grow in terms of your finances in this role. Okay, so the starting position, the money that you got is not the money that you end up with. I feel like you'll get more, but there is a role coming in. So if you are currently looking and you've been waiting for a long time, you know, the job market's been a bit risky at the moment, a bit volatile, but I do see that there is something coming in there for you very, very shortly. And it has been a long process. I feel you may be offered something that doesn't start until later on in the year, actually. So it may be that this role is going to become available, or it is something that has a starting position a little bit later on. Maybe even like end of October, November time. That's what I feel there. Maybe even November, okay? So this card, it can indicate that you've had some delays in your career. You may have felt a little bit stagnant recently. Things have slowed down to a halt. It just feels like you're busy, but you may feel that, you know, you're looking at progress and feeling that you haven't made any headway recently. But I definitely see a change here. You know, with the bees as your outcome card, it tells me that what you're working towards is going to be rewarding, fulfilling, and it will bear fruit. There is some sort of payoff here for all that hard work. And the Ace of Pentacles indicates you're being offered something, okay? Something financial in nature. Now, if you're into like acquisitions, stocks, shares, it could be that you see a small increase in the assets that you have. For some of you, it could be a rebate from something. For some of you, it could be a small increase in your current wages. Could also be an offer of a bonus coming in as well. And some of you are actually going to see a bonus a little bit earlier than usual. So if you typically get a bonus in a company that you work for, and say, for example, it normally comes in December, you may actually get it at the end of November, okay? I just feel like there's a little bit of an early kind of bonus thing coming in. So that's going to happen there too. Now, Ace of Pentacles, this can be the start of something. So some of you are looking at startups. You're thinking about launching your own business, especially since we got the Seven of Swords there. This is independent energy, breaking away from groupthink. So even if you are someone who works for a company, I feel like you have some strategies going on behind the scenes in order to launch your own entrepreneurialship. And if you're an entrepreneur already, I definitely see that you're branching out in some way, having a wonderful new idea. You've got a plan, and this is something that's going to make an impact and bring in more money, but also it's going to get your business widely known. I see international links here, a wider reach in whatever it is that you do. Now, this could be like a new client that comes in, but also if you're promoting your work, peacocking your work, I definitely see that, you know, you are going to gain traction and more attention to whatever it is that you do. If you're someone who's creative and like you have a platform, for example, on Etsy or some other platform, I feel like you're going to have a lot of shipping to do, okay? I'm getting this energy of like you being on the go, lots of things coming in for you. It's going to pick up pace. You're going to see it slowly start to drip in and feed into your like everyday, like, okay, there's a sale here, there, and then suddenly it's like, oh my gosh. And it may be that you will need to either get someone like a friend or a family member to help, or if you run a company yourself, it could be that you get an opportunity to employ some people or outsource some of the things that you do. If you work in a company, I feel some of you, there's some new projects coming your way. And whilst this is wonderful, I feel like you may be able to negotiate a better deal to get a little bit more money for some extra hours. Okay, I just feel this extra hour energy here. A lot of you are looking at what you have to offer in terms of your skill set and seeing if you could have a new start somewhere. If you could put your resume out there, find new roles, new opportunities. I definitely see that you are attracting some attention with your career. I feel like if you're putting your resume out there right now for roles, you're going to be sifting through ones that you think, you know what, no, you know, I deserve more than that, or that's a really low amount of money to pay for that role. So I feel like you're valuing what you have to offer and your skill set. And there is one opportunity coming towards you that is so lucrative. For some of you, it's connected to international links. Okay, so it could be a company that's worldwide, for example, or it could also be that if you are an entrepreneur, it could be a client that has worldwide links and actually brings more business towards you long term. For some of you, it could be that you're deciding to go overseas and work at a branch of a company that you are currently in. I feel like you got a lot of thoughts on your mind right now about the next steps of your career. These may be things that you're just formulating in your head of possibilities. But one of those things that you settle on is going to become your reality, and you're going to be very, very excited indeed. Some of you also may be thinking of how to become more nomadic in your working environment. Could be that you're setting up something as a side hustle that you're hoping to become your main squeeze, as it were. And, with the World card, that represents travel, movement. So some of you could be trying to be more nomadic there. Page of Swords is investigative time. So you're curious. I feel this is a period of seeing what works and what doesn't work for you. But this is a card that it feels like you are having an idea that calls for greater investigation. But also some of you are going to be offered something that you need to investigate and see if it's right for you long term. If it's risky, I feel a lot of you're bypassing it. You're not interested in it, okay? I feel, if you've got an idea that you feel, okay, I don't know how it's going to go. It could go either way. Could be good, could be bad. Who knows? I feel like you're going to back yourself, but you've got a strategy and a plan. Ace of Pentacles tells me everything starts with a solid plan, a blueprint. So I feel like once you've done your due diligence, then you're going to launch it, and actually it's going to work out way better than you thought. Maybe slow to start, but it will be very fruitful later on there as well. Now, when you get a Page of Swords, this can indicate that you are currently watching and waiting. So some of you may have been promised a promotion or a bonus or something, and maybe you feel it hasn't materialized yet, so you're just watching and waiting. For some of you, especially with the 9 of Wands there and the 8 of Coins, you may be noticing that some things in your industry are not working, okay? And you're just keeping an eye on the industry to see how it's faring with how the economy is going right now. So I feel like, you're just seeing certain ways of doing things. So I just want to give you an example of what I mean. For some of you, you have a lot of skills, you're very talented, very gifted, and you may be thinking about launching your own business. So you're watching how other people do it and what is not working for them, or how they're running it that doesn't really work, that you feel actually that's a bad move. I feel like you're watching so that you can learn from their mistakes, as it were, and implement what you feel works, but also put your own personal spin on it. So if you are launching a business, I feel like you're going the right way about it to see what works, what doesn't work. But this Page of Swords, I feel like you're going to have new ideas this month, lots of inspiration. I feel like you're taking action, you're moving forward. And pages always bring news, and there is some big money news coming in for you that is very, very positive this month, especially October, okay? And I feel it's going to really make you smile. Now, we've also got the dice. Okay, and it is in the resistance position. Now, this can indicate that you're sort of avoiding a risky move in your career until you actually, do a little bit more due diligence on it, investigate things further, and make a decision. But also, this can indicate that some of you, especially with the 9 of Wands, it can be that there's someone here who either has been micromanaging you, someone who, likes to cause a little bit of trouble, push your buttons in the working environment. This person can see themselves as a competitor against you. If you're an entrepreneur, this could be someone who rivals you in the industry that you work in. If you work in a company, this could be someone who sees that you're capable of so much success and they want a piece of that, but they're not capable of reaching the destination that you are. You got the World card. You reach the destination, you reach the goal, you reach the success. So I definitely see that you're on track. Yes, there have been some delays. I got to be honest with you there. With the Hangman, sometimes a pause is on purpose, okay? Sometimes the pause, the closed door, it's there for you to have a rest. And you've got that 9 of Wands there. It's like rest, regroup. Sometimes when we take a step back from what we're doing, we get an opportunity to see it as a whole. We get an opportunity to see where we could do things better, streamline, be more efficient in our time, create more space for our family, our friends, and for ourselves. So I feel you're being given some sort of pause on purpose before things get like super busy, opportunities come in, and It says on this card, gamble, risks, game playing, blind faith, uninhibited, boldness, playing with fate, okay? It's governed by the planet Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is actually very active over the next coming weeks, so lots of sporadic moments of good luck, but anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. So I want you to be aware that there is some surprise moments for you that are going to be very, very positive in your industry. However, I do see one surprise that maybe you may not be so happy with. And I hate to give you this message, and perhaps I should just like stay quiet about it, but you do have the 8 of coins, and I've got to be honest with the energy that I've got. Whenever you got the 8 of coins, especially in this position, it can indicate that you may need to repair something in the home space, or you may need to repair something that, you know, with the 9 of wands, you've been a little bit cautious about already. It feels like you know that this thing is due a repair or a service, perhaps. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not being given what this is, but you may need to pay out a little bit of extra money this month in order to repair whatever it is. I mean, it could be something on a car. It could also be like a washing machine or what's that? Okay, I can't really see what that is. Oh, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. Ooh, okay. For some of you, not all of you, there may be some sort of service on a boiler that is necessary as well, okay? But that's not going to resonate with everyone. I'm getting about 3% of my beautiful Capricorn having to deal with that. The rest of you, it's like, whoosh, not this time. So I just want you to be aware that that's coming through there. Now, the 9 of wands, it's in the resistance position, which in this position, that's really where you want it to be, because this is about, you know, having faith that something that you're about to launch is going to be very fruitful, but also that you're on the right path. This is about having confidence in yourself. You're shifting any negativity or any doubt, okay, and you're moving forward. Also, you're erecting healthier boundaries in the working environment, making sure that you manage stress levels, because this card tells me that you've been under a lot of pressure recently, maybe to try and formulate a new way of doing something or trying to keep your working environment fresh, maybe manage some people's personalities that are a little bit difficult to deal with. But ultimately, I feel that a lot of you have been working in secret regarding something that you're thinking about launching, or maybe putting your resume out there to find new opportunities. But I definitely see here that you're going to remain on track and get what it is that you intend to get. Also, when you get the 9 of wands, I mean, 9 of wands in this position with the 8 of pentacles, it's like taken unawares, okay, of like a bill or something needs to be repaired with that 8 of pentacles, but I've already mentioned that. I would say a lot of you, you're working overtime, okay? I get an energy of workaholism from this card, and I also see jealousy around you, okay? And this is someone who's envious of your talents, your sort of ambition, and also the way things work out for you. And this is someone who either you work with day to day. I mean, it could be someone in a friendship as well. So just watch out for that. I feel this is someone, though, they're a little bit cold sometimes, okay? And they kind of go off into their own world. Now, they don't wish you unwell, but they see your success and they wish it was them. And it puts a little bit of a negative spin on things. So I would say continue to keep your endeavors to yourself at this time until such time as they are successful and ready to launch or ready to let the world see whatever it is that you're doing. The 8 of coins, you know, there is an energy here where you're aware that, of course, in order to be awesome at what you do, and of course you are awesome at what you do, you have to have some level of repetitive cycle. So I feel like, you know, you're aware that you have to be diligent, focus on your tasks, responsibilities. You're going to be very productive. Same old thing, just a different day. But I feel right now you're brainstorming new ways to be creative or keep things fresh or even launch new things. Maybe even do something new that's totally sort of like off topic, you know, it's like a plot twist, something that's so random, but you're kind of curious about it and you're kind of interested in feeling like, you know what, there's a niche there that maybe hasn't been tapped into yet. I feel it's going to be very lucrative and it will bring you in more money. However, with the 8 of Pentacles, I feel like right now you're in the strategy stage or you're learning more about it. So I'm being given the word marketing and another word, opulence. Okay, so marketing can be that you're thinking of ways to market something, or maybe you're getting into marketing, maybe you're working in marketing, maybe it's you trying to promote whatever it is that you do. Or maybe the company that you work for, you're going to be involved in like a strategy to market a campaign or something. So please take it as it resonates. But opulence represents more money coming on in. And if you really think about what you can see in this card, I mean, everything is absolutely golden. It's almost like a temple of money. So I feel that a lot of you are being able to save this month. And I feel as well that you work hard for the money that you got, but I do see some returns on maybe some assets that you have or investments that you have there as well. Eight of Pentacles is also to gain more knowledge, to build wealth. So you may be trying to work out how to implement strategies on generational wealth, because I definitely see that, you know, you are, oh, wow, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm being given a song now. You're getting all of the images and all of the songs, my beautiful Capricorn. Now, this song has shown up before. Maybe last year, but I can't remember. Maybe not for your sign. I really can't remember whose reading it showed up for, but I'll give you the lyrics of what I can hear right now. I am flesh and I am bone. Rise up, ting, ting, like glitter and gold. I've got fire in my soul. Rise up, ting, ting, like glitter and gold. Okay, so a very famous song, Glitter and Gold, I think it's called. And if my memory serves me well, it's by someone called Barnes Courtney. Okay, now this song, it may not be relevant for you right now, but you're going to hear it in the next coming weeks, maybe even months. And this signals some sort of payoff, reward, or some sort of good news connected to finances. Okay, so whether it's a rebate, a bonus, an opportunity, you know, it coincides with you hearing that song. So just after hearing that song, or maybe you get the news and then hear the song. I'm not sure which way around it goes. Normally it goes, you hear the song and then the news comes in. But listen out for that song. You're going to hear it randomly. And also, I mean, rise up like glitter and gold. I mean, maybe, I mean, a lot of your cards are highlighting maybe a golden opportunity or something that is very rewarding, that I would always say anything that glitters, sometimes we need to investigate it a little bit further, but I feel if you're offered something, you're looking into it first before you take it. But I feel actually it's a good deal for you. But just hold off. Don't rush into anything, because I am being given that message for you not to rush into anything. So if there's a new contract attached to it, definitely take your time. Read all the fine print, even if there are some like moments of jargon in contracts. You know, like they have that like weird sentences like I therefore by adhere to the, and you're like, just tell me what you're trying to say. So if, you know, there's some bits in the contract like that and you're thinking, what does that mean? Make sure you reach out to someone who is an official, who can actually give you the breakdown of what actually it's saying so that you can cover yourself. So that's coming out there too. But I feel like you're working really hard for your money, basically, and there is some payoff there too. I mean, the bees tell me you're going to be super busy and, you know, you're going to be organized. I mean, also some of you, and I'm not getting like collaboration energy, but because bees, they tend to work community based, they tend to work together. Some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, you may decide to like hire out a venue where you know, other like-minded entrepreneurs come together to work. It could be like a sharing work space. Maybe you're going to meet someone there that actually tells you some of the information that you require. So if you're trying to migrate your business overseas, you may just bump into a person and start talking to them. And they're like, oh yeah, I have a business in this country. And you're like, oh wow, how did you do it? And they go, well, it's really easy. Contact this person. They help me with the structure. So it feels like everything is aligning for you. For some of you trying to launch your business, it could be that you meet someone who actually has done it and tells you what to avoid and how best to go about it. But, you know, this is a card of sweetness. It's a card of reward, but it indicates that you worked hard for it, okay? So I see that you are going to be very productive. It says here, sweetness, cooperation, hard work, focus, dedication, sweet results, and duty, okay? So completely on top of your tasks and responsibilities, but it will bear fruit there. There's some sort of new money coming in on top of the money that you work for already. So either this is second stream of income energy, or this is bonus or incentive, small raise there. We've got the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords, it can indicate you have to make a decision at the end of the month. So I feel like you're going to take some time to slow down and make sure that you get your mind clear before you make that decision. Also, I would say some of you, no matter what industry you work in, I feel there may be some sort of distractions, and you will have to try and limit those distractions. So I'm seeing headphones right now, so that's like closing off distractions. So it could be construction work going on outside. Maybe the building that you're working in, it actually has some sort of reconfiguration going on, some repair work perhaps, and it'll be a little bit noisy. Maybe it's even on a different floor, but you can still hear it and it's bothering you. So I feel this is about you protecting your inner peace, okay? Some of you, especially if you work really well in a coffee store, for example, you see all those people on laptops working in coffee stores. If you're one of those, normally it is really great. But at the end of October, I feel like maybe your hearing is going to be a little bit more sensitive than usual, and you're going to just notice that some things are distracting you or bothering you. So you may seek out a quieter coffee store or environment, okay? Now, also this card can indicate that an important meeting is coming up for you. You may be aware of it or not, but at the end of October, there is an important meeting coming in for you. This could be an appraisal with your boss if you work for a company. If you're an entrepreneur, it could be a meeting with a new client, or perhaps with your accountant or someone who has some sort of impact on your industry, because I'm seeing lots of cups in the water right now, and this is telling me that there is some sort of gathering of people to discuss things. So important meeting. I feel this is where you will hear of something really positive for you, but there's also something that you may want to look into that you think, hang on a minute, I'm not sure if that's right. So you may want to fact check someone on something, okay? So write it down so that you don't forget it. But I feel like when you fact check this person, you'll either notice that their numbers were off, or that they've made a mistake, okay? So that's coming through there too. Now, Two of Swords energy, it's a card of balance. It's a card of course, discussion, but it's also a card of being adaptable to change, because I do see that there are some changes going on, rules, regulations coming in that you may need to be aware of. Also with the Hangman energy, it can indicate that things get turned upside down, or that things are changing and it leaves you a little bit in limbo at first. There may be like a restriction on something. The main energy I'm getting, it feels more connected to like trade links, like, sending stuff or deliveries. It feels like there's some sort of embargo or some sort of restriction on a trade link. So I would just say purchase things a little bit earlier, okay? I sense that it's coming like mid to late October, okay? So that's happening there as well. But bringing it back to your energy, the Hangman is an indication that a lot of you are, breaking all habits. You're not procrastinating. You're not the sort of sign that tends to procrastinate. You like to utilize your time fully. But, if there's been any distractions, I feel like you're eradicating them. You're breaking out of old cycles of repeat in order to keep things fresh. Whether you're leaving a position or staying in a position, I feel like, your approach to your work changes. You're investing everything that you got, and there is major reward connected to it too. The Hangman always puts himself on the tree of life in order to gain new knowledge. So a lot of you are thinking about taking a period out in order to upskill or learn new things about your industry to keep you ahead of the curve. And a lot of you, I feel like you're very voracious with your desire for more knowledge over the month of October. So some of you could be learning about something that you don't really know about, that you've had an idea about, and you're gathering that information to formulate a plan or a strategy to launch something or go into something. It feels like you've got an interest in a different direction. That's what I feel here. And again, you're independent, it could be you launching an entrepreneurship, or if you are a business owner already, you've got an idea that sets you apart from other competitors, and it really sets you apart. Now, Seven of Swords, this card has so many meanings, so I'm going to pull a card on it to see what it means specifically for you. But the Seven of Swords, initially the energy I'm getting is you're going to be busy. Okay, make sure you write that list because you don't want to miss something. There is a strong potential for you to have to revisit something, or a potential for you to forget something or make a mistake. Okay, I got to be honest with you. Okay, with that Seven of Swords, normally you see a figure running off with 5 swords and they're looking back. You know, they've left 2 behind. They're in stealth mode. So it can indicate, I mean, they took 3 swords in one arm and only 2 in the other. They had the potential to take a third in their other arm, but they went too quickly. So they're going to have to go back. So that's one energy I'm getting from this card. Now, the other one is a misunderstanding, because the history of the Seven of Swords is that that figure is removing the weaponry from the army because they want to find an alternative way of finding a solution to a delicate situation, right? So some of you, if someone asks you for something, get it in writing so there's no misunderstanding. But also, I feel like you may have to approach a conversation with someone in your industry or that you work with diplomacy. Now, you may want to hit them with the truth. And I feel like you're going to be super honest and open. But the way you deliver it in a very professional manner, it's almost like they think, are they giving me a compliment or are they just like cutting me to size? And I feel like you're cutting them to size, but the way you do it is so professional that it makes them think, and they, how can I put that? They don't see it as such an insult that they like have a backlash. It's almost like you leave them speechless with what you have to say. But with this Seven of Swords, I feel like there's just this energy of you trying to do something good that could potentially be misunderstood. Okay, so let me just pull a card on that. I would also say any ideas, keep them to yourself, patent them, copyright them. Seven of Swords can indicate theft, especially theft of ideas. Swords are all about communication, ideas. So I would just say watch out for that. Whoa. Okay, so we have the Hierophant. This could be someone who's in a position of authority. Maybe that's why you have to be diplomatic about this situation. Could also be for example, if you're trying to set up a legal structure in some way and you have sent all your documents off to an establishment that have to put some stamps or official things on there, could be that, you know, you're calling up to find out the progress of that and they're like, oh, we can't find your documents. And you're like, what? I sent them. And, you know, there could be some sort of like very touchy conversation, but you have to keep your cool because, you know, they've got to give you the stamp, the official seal that you require to do whatever it is you do, but they're incompetent. So you get the gist. It just feels like something that, needs to be done and you're more efficient at it and they just are not. Okay. So I feel you could have a conversation there as well. Now, also with the Hierophant there, the Hierophant is a card to have faith that, you know, whatever shows up for you that has a potential to ruin your day, actually, you turn it around and you make it work. So I feel this is the energy to remain flexible. Also, if you are learning something, if you're going to a course of learning, for example, I would say, again, make sure you know the full price. There's no hidden price. Seven of Swords can indicate like something hidden, so that's coming out there as well. But also, I feel with the Seven of Swords, a lot of you are thinking about becoming independent workers, whether it's freelance, whether it is an entrepreneur. I would say this is about structure. I feel the whole reading for you is about structure, having a to-do list, but also creating financial structures or, you know, getting contracts in order, setting things up the legal way, getting them officiated in some way. And I feel this is about getting advice if you don't know how to do something, okay? So finally, we got the World card, definitely very goal-oriented, and the World card tells me that you're going to reach your goals. You're going to leave the month, you know, finishing what you start, and also you're going to be super proud of yourself. The World card is learning a lot. It's also creating an opportunity for abundance. I keep being given this word opulence, 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 okay, which tends to, of course, represent great wealth and luxury, okay? And I'm seeing an image of a chandelier as well. So either you're going to be going to a place that has a wonderful kind of like decorative chandelier. This may be relevant for your business. Maybe you're going to have a meeting there. But chandeliers, spiritually, they also indicate abundance, beauty, of course. And there's often a long history that represents, you know, status and wealth when you think about a chandelier or places that have one. So that's coming through there too. I mean, the World card, I feel definitely links overseas, but some of you could be completing your tasks and responsibilities in order to go on a vacation. And if that's you, you're going to have a wonderful time and you're going to really enjoy yourself, okay? So let me just get the rest of your cards before I close your reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? We've got bloom with ease. Okay, we got a peacock. Right now I'm seeing a hot air balloon. Oh my gosh, you've got so many images in your reading. Okay, I got a hot air balloon. So this can indicate that you're on the rise. But also be wary of anybody promising anything because it could be hot air. Look into it. Thank you so much. Okay, they want me to give you those. They've just popped out there for you. That's a lot of cards. We've got hidden wealth. We've got boots, endurance. We've got chair, leadership role. We've got magnifying wealth and back and forth. Yes, that's what I was feeling. You may have to go back and forth on something with like some sort of official, and it'll be frustrating because you're like, how could you have done this? Like, get your stuff in order. So it says here, indecision makes it hard for you to get a real traction. Make a firm decision. So if you have to make a decision at the end of the month, stick to it. Know that your first gut instinct is the one, but you've already done some due diligence. So you've strategized and found out the information before you make that decision. Confidence, so it's about promoting your work, allowing your work to shine as well. Allow yourself to go for the dream that you really want. Show what you can do. This is a month to really show what you're capable of and see the rewards of all your efforts. We've also got bloom with ease. That was your first card there. And it says, life doesn't need to be hard, so relax and don't worry. It's okay to rest now, okay? Definitely important to get some good quality rest. We've got leadership position. So new role coming in. It says you're called to step up and be the authority, position of power. So new contracts, watch out for that. We've also got hidden wealth. And it says here, true riches are not just what you see, but what you feel. Unlock the treasures within. Lots of pearls there as well, pearls of wisdom. So I feel like you have knowledge to take you to the top. We've also got endurance. So yes, bit of a struggle, but you're here for the good times and the bad. I feel like, you know, you are on the up, but you have struggled to get to where you are right now, and that things are going to get better. It says it may be a long journey, but it's a beautiful way to go. So you're on the right path there. Your patience is rewarded. Now we've also got good luck. You're the first person to ever get that card. So nice little bit of luck there. The dice card tends to be the equivalent of the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got everything you touch blooms and thrives like magic, changing fortunes. So it's this energy of rise up like glitter and gold, like that song. You got fire in your soul. You're leading with your passions. I mean, your first card was the lilies. And finally, we have magnifying wealth. Yes. And it says here, build your fortune by having multiple streams of income. So I definitely felt this like maybe startup or second stream of income there, expanding your reach. Definitely with the world card there, whether you're an entrepreneur or not, there's international links here, but also I feel like your success is wide reaching. New doors are definitely opening up for you. So I'm going to go and get a trinket or a rune. Okay, we've got two there. Okay, so we've got a yes, a big resounding yes. I don't know if that actually came out in your reading, but the word yes means everything's possible. You're open and you're allowing some really great things to come your way. The more positive you are, the more positive things you attach your vibration to. And of course, we have the tree. The tree is all about stability. It's all about wealth. It's also about generational wealth as well. Branching out, blossoming, thriving, and being stable in the position that you're in. And if you are looking for a position, because right now you're out of work, for example, then I definitely see something solid coming in for you. As I said before, it feels like a starting kind of salary, but it will grow later on. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates for you, my beautiful Capricorn. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel, completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell, lets you know when I update my next message, lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn, and love and light.